Alright. Hey guys, what is up? The Didi here, and this is Dion, as you saw from my 5.0 video. Say
That
hi,
was
Dion.
gay. That was a gay video.
It was so good, man.
Why was I in it? That was a gay video.
Okay, so today we're here to give you guys our take on Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. And before I continue, I urge you to stop watching this if you haven't seen the movie yet, as there are major spoilers that will be said in this video.
Batman dies!
Yeah, like that. Exactly. See? Dion, you spoiled it. Anyways, so yeah. Stop watching it if you haven't seen it. Okay, you're still here, meaning you haven't watched it. Or you're just stupid and you haven't watched it yet and you want to get spoiled. Okay, so in my opinion, Batman vs Superman, as you can see there with the Batman logo, was really good. And it wasn't perfect. Like, I feel like it was a bit too overhyped. But at the same time, it was great. I loved it. Dion, did you like it? Dion liked it. I think he's nodding his head. And so we have some reasons why we liked it. But first I'll say why I didn't like it, as there's only a couple points why I didn't like it. One thing that I didn't really like and was because I went to see it with my mom and she didn't really enjoy it because she didn't understand half the things that was going on in the movie. And that was one thing, right, that a lot of people had trouble on. That the movie didn't make sense to them. The movie was made for fans, like die-hard fans, like me and Dion. And it wasn't made for regular people to just go watch for fun. And also, another thing I didn't like about the movie was Dion's face. No, it was Lex Luthor. I feel like it was a bit too crazy. What do you think, Dion?
For me? Well, I mean...
No, like the Lex Luthor part.
Oh, the Lex Luthor? Yeah, he's not like the typical Lex Luthor that you would expect.
So, it would make more sense. I would have been okay with it if it was Lex Luthor's son, because he kept referring to his dad. And there was also like this 20-year period with like Batman with the fighting crime thing. So I feel like Lex Luthor would have had a history of some sort of crime, and then now his son has come and he's like a newer generation. I feel like it would be okay if they did that, because how they did with like Ant-Man or something, how Hank Pym is like really old and stuff, rather than being Ant-Man, you know what I mean? I feel like it's okay if they do that. And so what else didn't I like? I think that's really it. What do you think, Dion?
Okay, so overall, I really love the movie. I love the action and cinematography throughout the whole movie. But there were like some little plot holes that I really realized while watching the movie, and they just didn't make sense. I'll give you guys a few examples. For one was when Superman had some trouble with Lex and his mom, Martha. How could he hear Lois Lane falling from that building, but he couldn't hear his mom? Like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, Superman could have saved his mom way earlier than that. So he just had to go through all that trouble and fight Batman and everything. Another peeve that I had throughout the movie was when after Batman and Superman's fight, like all of a sudden hearing Martha's name, like they have the same, their moms have the same names. All of a sudden they're like, "Yo, we're friends now. We're cool."
No, okay, that part. No, wait, that part. Okay, I understand. That was a bit weird, but I loved how it showed Batman's soft side.
I did. Okay, yeah, but like still, it kind of doesn't make sense. Like Batman, he's been like so full with Superman for like they explained it was like 2 years. He's been mad at Superman for 2 years.
No, but I feel like he's realized how Superman's trying his best, and like how he has weaknesses. Because in the comics, Batman realizes that. He realizes that Superman's really weak, like on the inside, not on the outside. Obviously, he's strong, but on the inside.
I feel like there should have been more explaining though. Like all Superman said was, "You'll find Martha," and then he's like, "Okay, dude, I'll save your mom," and then he's cool with it. You know, he even told his Superman's mom's like, she asked him, "Who are you?" and Batman was like, "I'm a friend of your son's."
And
So
she's like,
so
I
like
thought
they're
so.
friends now. Like after
Yeah,
all
okay,
that
I
fight,
see
they're
what you mean.
friends.
That was a bit off.
I mean, I know they would be friends eventually, but like, I mean, I think there should have been more progression, not really just like out of the bat.
Yeah. Okay, so what else? I like you said, the action, cinematography, everything was amazing. The fight scenes were really cool. But I loved the new Batman suit. Another thing I liked. Alfred, I actually kind of liked Alfred. They didn't show him much. But
Yeah, not much because you know they had to fit everything else
yeah,
in.
but
I would have
still,
loved to seen more Alfred, man. It was pretty
yeah,
badass.
he was a pretty badass
He's
Alfred.
like he's that
He's like a funny Alfred.
yeah, he's the sarcastic Alfred
Yeah.
that we all know. Yeah.
And also Wonder Woman was amazing. Wonder Woman, she was like really good. She played it really good. Also the the part where they showed the rest of the Justice League, that was pretty cool. Cyborg was amazing when they showed Cyborg's part. Remember that part?
Mm.
That part was really cool. Flashes, I didn't really like. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I don't really like Ezra Miller anymore. Do you?
His first cameo, like I kind of like
Oh, the
one where
Nightmare. The Nightmare one was
the Nightmare
cool.
one, because that gives me hope for like future DC
Yeah,
films.
exactly.
Like the stuff that they can
Extended
do, right?
universe. Yeah.
Okay, so like they're introducing, if that was time travel or whatever, they're introducing a lot.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I mean,
That part was really cool.
yeah,
I
that
like
gives
the
me hope for
Nightmare.
like
The Nightmare was probably, and when I'm saying Nightmare, I'm saying with like KNIGT,
yeah.
GHT. So that one, that Nightmare, it was really cool. How they like showed Darkseid or like hinted to Darkseid with Darkseid's minions and the Omega sign, and also like the it was sort of like Injustice. It reminded me a bit of Injustice with the stormtrooper sort of thing, like with the Superman logo on the side, and like how Superman was like all badass and stuff. And then how I think he said like something like "You made me kill her" or something like that to Batman. You remember that?
Yeah. No. He said she was my world or something.
Yeah, something
It's
like
like
that.
yeah, you took her from me or something.
Yeah.
Like
But that part, that was my probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. I don't think I really have a favorite part in the movie. There were
I
a
do.
lot of good parts.
I do.
Which one?
The bathtub scene.
Oh, the bathtub scene.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was.
I
Good.
do. What do you think about Batman killing in the movie? I mean, they.
It made sense.
Yeah,
So,
you know what?
Zack
Actually,
Snyder.
at
Zack
first-
Snyder had this interview. He was interviewed, and they said, "Why did you make Batman kill?" Right? And he said, This Batman was based off of Frank Miller's
Miller, yeah.
Batman, who used guns, who actually killed, and not exactly kill, but made the bad guys sort of kill each other, if you know what I mean.
You know
like,
what? I thought at first I was a bit scared of Batman killing, just because of I was so used to his moral code of not using
Yeah.
guns and everything. But you know what? I think it works out well because it doesn't really give him as much limitations towards like the fight scenes and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it gives him more like light, dude.
And the Batmobile scene was amazing. That was so cool.
Oh yeah, dude.
I loved that part of the movie. The Batmobile. Holy crap. I love the new Batmobile. And if you play or know Arkham Knight, there was a DLC for it. Batman vs. Superman DLC where it had the Batman vs. Superman skin for Batman and the Batmobile. And it's really cool, like if you actually see it up close and stuff. So I really liked the new Batmobile and the new costume. So what else did you like about the movie?
Did I say Wonder Woman already?
I said Wonder Woman, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hmm. I don't know.
You can think.
For me, Batman was the highlight. So.
Yeah, actually, that's another thing that I liked about the movie. How they stuck to Batman mostly, and didn't go much into Superman. Because Superman already had his own movie, right? Man of
But
Steel.
technically, Batman v Superman is Man of Steel too.
Yeah, it's Man of Steel too, right?
But like, I mean, there was more Batman in it. I don't mind though, cause yeah, screw it. I
Yeah.
love Batman. Screw it, whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, last thing, like my last peeve about the movie, I guess is I felt I felt they crammed a bit too much into the movie instead of having just one like focus.
Yeah.
Instead of it being just Batman v Superman, which is the title.
Yeah.
They kind of like I understand it's a lead up to Justice League, but there's just a lot going on in the movie that kind of worried.
But I mean, you gotta give them credit, right? Because they have to. I feel like the fans wouldn't like it. It would be annoying if they had part one, part two, right? Because there was a lot going on. I agree with you. And then, but also at the same time, yeah, they crammed a lot of stuff.
No, I mean like, because I mean, it definitely couldn't happen for them. But like, you know how Marvel, everything was sequential. Like each solo film led up to Avengers.
But then again, you have to admit Marvel has been cinematic universe has been going on for a while now.
Yeah, this is exactly why. Like, I know they couldn't do that.
Yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
But still.
And like DC is trying to catch up with them, so they're trying to do it quickly to lead up to Justice League. But probably after Justice League and with the solo films, it'll be much better. I'm sure of it.
It's just like the other way around for them, basically.
Yeah.
It's like the big stuff first, and then solos.
Yeah, yeah. And okay, now for the big one, Dion. You ready for this?
Is it Wonder Woman?
The ending.
Oh, the ending!
I love
Batman
the ending.
Batman died, guys.
Dude, people who are still here.
Did I watch the right movie?
I think you watched Dark Knight Rises, dude.
Damn it.
But okay, anyways, I loved the ending.
Oh yeah, dude, there's this funny story. Okay, so we bought our tickets, right? I was waiting in line. My dad and my brother were still out, right? They weren't there yet. When they came in, dude, the line was big. So I had to get my brother and my dad to cut in. Then we realized Dwayne's ticket was like for a mermaid movie.
What?
So my dad had to go down again and get the Batman v Superman. It's so crazy. He had like a mermaid movie ticket. I don't know. Watch the mermaid. Yeah, dude. You should have just ditched Dwayne.
Okay, so the ending I loved, especially with the part when he was like, "This is my world, and I will do whatever it takes to save it." Right? There was the exact same quote was said in Death of Superman when the comic came out in 1992, and I loved it. That moment was just amazing. And when he just went in and stabbed Darkseid and Darkseid stabbed him and stuff, that was just amazing. And then it was really emotional too, like the end. And then when the soil just raised and then it just stopped, that was so cool.
Dude, we need to see Superman in that regen suit.
Sorry about stopping the video, guys. So whatever I said from this point, I had some wrong information. So what happened was after the death of Superman, 3 months later, a comic came out called The Return of Superman. So what happened, or The Reign of Superman. Superman, and basically 4 different Superman came out saying that they were the real Superman, and so one of them was the Man of Tomorrow, also known as Cyborg Superman, which later came out to be a major supervillain. The other one on the top right is the Metropolis Kid, who's also known as Superboy. Then there's Man of Steel, which is now just called Steel. And there was the last son of Krypton, who eventually turned out to be the Eradicator, which was one of Superman's greatest enemies. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so yeah, I loved it. What do you think the next movie is going to be about? Next Justice League.
Oh, Justice League? You know, honestly, okay, obviously Darkseid's gonna be in it, but I feel like he's gonna show up for the part 2.
Part 2, yes, exactly.
Okay, so most people think that Brainiac's gonna be in part 1 for somehow.
No.
And then he leads up to Darkseid. I don't know. That's a bit off, but like, yeah, I don't know.
I think part 1 would be a bit boring. It would be like them finding the rest of the Justice League, like Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg.
Yeah, most of the film's gonna be like that.
Yeah,
like
I feel like it. And then it would probably lead up to Darkseid, and then part 2, the Darkseid fight. Probably going to be an apocalypse or whatever, which would be really cool, seeing Apocalypse in live action. Hopefully the CGI would be good, but I'm sure it'll be great. So yeah. So my final review would be 8.5 out of 10. Verdict being, it was not perfect, but it was still great. And I don't know why the critics would give it such a bad review. But like I said, the movie was made for the fans. So if you're planning to, or like, if you didn't like it and you disagree with me, it's mostly because, well, you haven't read the comics, right? Because, like I said before, previously, how Batman had a career of fighting crime for 20 years already. And that 20 years not many people know of. So what would your final review be, Dion?
I'd give it an 8.2 or 8.3 just because of those plot holes that really just didn't make sense for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, there's another peep. Sorry, I just forgot the part where Lois Lane throws the kryptonite spear into the water, and then like a few
Going
minutes
and then catching it
after
again?
that, they need it again. And then Superman has to go through all the trouble of getting it, and then he gets weak again.
I feel like that was also a major plot hole. That didn't make sense. I feel like they tried to, they wanted to lead up to Superman getting weak from the spear and stabbing it, and they did some weird thing with Lois throwing it in there. I don't know. It was a weird plot hole.
Yeah, I felt like it didn't, that was out of place a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was really out of place. I agree
for people, that was so awkward. Why would you throw it there and then, yeah, I don't know.
It was very weird. I agree.
So yeah, those plot holes is what got the movie down for me.
Yeah.
But overall, it's really good though.
It was really good. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you agree with us. And if you didn't, comment down below. Anyways, that'll be all for today, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.